Wake Up Now family, I'm Jason Elrod and welcome to the Inside Look. Today I'm here with 29-year-old marketing stud from Wake Up Now, Jordan Harris. Jordan?
Hey.
How are you, bud?
Thanks for having me.
Jordan's the VP of Marketing for Wake Up Now, and I wanted to give you an inside look at what goes on in the minds of our marketing guys and how they come up with some of the creative stuff that they come up with. So, Jordan, you're 29 years old, played collegiately lacrosse at BYU. You've won 2 NCAA national championships as a coach and as a lacrosse player. So I want you to talk to our viewers a little bit and tell them, share with them some of the things you've learned as a coach and some of the leadership skills you've developed as not only a coach but also a player. Start by talking to us about your playing days and how you apply that to business.
Yeah, so I've been involved in sports for pretty much as long as I can remember. I started skating and playing hockey when I was 4. My dad's from Canada, so he got me into it early. So I've been playing sports as long as I can remember. And one of the things that my parents taught me was that there were lessons that I could learn from sports that were going to serve me well into my future career, whatever I was doing. And as I got into the higher levels of sports, I was able to see that really start to come true. Is when I came to BYU, I played for 4 years in the lacrosse team. I was captain for 2 of the years. And I learned a lot of things about leadership, and specifically how much of leadership is not, the typical out there rah-rah, and really it's the behind-the-scenes nitty-gritty, like being willing to do whatever you're asking anybody else to do. Nobody's going to follow you if you can't do it yourself. And so that's one of the things I had to learn was, if you're gonna tell people to sprint, you better be the first one on every one. If you're going to tell people that you want them to act a certain way during games and to carry a certain demeanor about themselves, if you don't do it yourself, you have no chance of being a leader. And so as an athlete, it's been really awesome to get a chance to learn those same leadership skills, and they apply in exactly what we're doing here at Wake Up Now. So when we get a chance to work with the marketing team and I get a chance to interact with them, those same ideas hold true. I can't ask anything of the guys that I work with that I wouldn't be willing to do myself, and that's a big thing that I've been able to learn through sports.
Yeah, that's great. So I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but when Kirby and Phil and I came into the company, you'd started, a week before we got here? I think,
yeah, about a week before you guys came in.
And we came in, we were trying to get our arms wrapped around everything going on in the company, and I walked into your office and said, "Who are you and what do you do here," right? And you told me I'm Jordan, and we basically do a lot of different things. And you had a firm grasp on a number of different things: technology, business. You were young, you were energetic, you were a great leader, and you were very passionate about what you were doing. So I told Kirby, I said, "You know what? Give me that guy. I want that guy, because I will go and we will do some really, really spectacular things with him." And that was you.
Yeah.
And so, that leadership that you were talking about, you've applied that to Wake Up Now, and we've done some really cool things. So you've assembled a marketing team here that I selfishly think is one of the better marketing teams in the industry. And the reason I say that is because I'm proud to go out and represent the quality of product that comes out of your guys' department. So I want you to take everybody through what a day in the life of the marketing department looks like. What do you guys do? How do you come up with some of this crazy, creative, fun, awesome stuff that you guys come up with?
Yeah, well, the first thing we do is we kind of have a non-traditional approach to network marketing. One of the things that we saw as we came into this, a lot of us were new, just like you guys. We're not network marketing guys that have been ingrained in doing this for years and years. And so when we came in, we started being tasked to make these videos and making marketing material and different things like that. The first thing we did is we went and watched every other competitors or competition. We saw what they were doing, and we didn't love it. And so what we decided to do was we were going to make stuff that we loved that would be cool no matter what industry it's in. And so if you come watch us on a day-to-day basis, you might see us doing some stuff. We watch some YouTube videos. We watch different ads from different companies. We look through a lot of pictures of different ways that people are advertising out there, and we get a lot of inspiration from that. And then we take our own unique brand of of fun and the Wake Up Now lifestyle, and we meld that in with everything we do. And so you see that in a lot of the videos we have. We had our 8-Bit Thunder video. We're all people who've been, we're the same age as many of our distributors. We were raised on Nintendo. We love it. We think it's great. And it was a great way to tie it into our Thunder. A nice little promo that we were able to do. And so we look for stuff that's fun, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to sell a lifestyle or you're trying to tell people about a lifestyle, it all comes down at the end of the day to fun.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants a lifestyle where it's like, I want that lifestyle so that I can, just kick back, relax, and have no fun, right? Everybody wants to have fun in their lives. Whether your definition of fun is spending time with your family, traveling, doing what we do, making these videos, that for us is fun. And so we try to get that to come through in everything that we do with Wake Up Now marketing.
Yeah. Well, we have a couple rules in this office, right?
That's right.
You got to have fun.
That's right.
And the second thing is,
it's got to be cool and it can't suck.
it's got to be cool and it can't suck.
And that's a hard, fast rule.
And that's how we live in here.
That's right.
You guys are leading the charge on that. I live in the marketing department every day with you guys, because if we can't market our products in a way that people want to have fun and love the products and want to try them and sell them and things, we're not going to sell any of our products. So, you guys are really leading the charge on that. I want everybody to take a look and kind of figure that out. So, take a second and tell our viewers what you love about Wake Up Now. Because you come into work every day with the passion.
Yeah, definitely. I think the thing that I appreciated with Wake Up Now from my standpoint early on being able to work is they let me use my talents to do what I could do great. I was able to come in and use my technology expertise. I was able to use a lot of the lessons I've learned being a coach, being a player, playing sports. I was able to use those, and nobody asked, nobody trying to pigeonhole me into hey, you're marketing, so this is all you can think about. Wake Up Now, we have a very holistic sense of this company as something bigger than anything else that's ever been done before. And so it's very cool that we're able to use our talents in so many different ways for me personally. In terms of the product and what we're doing, it's just so fun for us to be able to see every day. We're starting to leverage new things. As we bring in products like Thunder and the Awakened Terrapores, and as we continue to build out the hub with new features, there's so many deals that we get a chance to see that's coming down the pipeline and that we're working on. It's fun because it's unlimited potential. Right. Same way that I'm not pigeonholed myself into what I do when I come into work, that I get to reach out to so many things. Wake Up Now as a company is the same way. We haven't said that we're just about drinks or we're just about skincare. We're about so many things, and the thing that's great is that it opens up unlimited potential for us in the future. And so it's exciting to be at the early stages of that.
Yeah, and it's great too, because we don't necessarily pigeonhole ourselves into being competitive with other network marketing companies.
That's right.
We're looking to go out and distribute product, on a very, very wide level.
Yeah, and that was one of the things. That was one of the things you told us early on was don't set the bar at other network marketing companies. Set your bar at being the best in the world. If you ever read the book The Dip by Seth Godin, he talks about that all the time. It says you should be aiming to be the best in the world. If you're not going to be the best in the world of it, get out of it. That's right. And that's the philosophy we take. Is we're here to be the best in the world. We're not here to be the best in the industry. Right. And that bar's high, and so that takes a lot of work to get there.
Yeah, one of the things that makes you and Chad great at what you do is you have compassion for the customer.
Yeah.
And I want you to talk about that a little bit, because we all need to have compassion for our customers, because the customer is the only person that can fire the chairman of the board all the way down to the janitor in a company, right?
Yep, absolutely.
They control how that works. And so compassion for customers is a really big thing. And you go above and beyond. You've been working with distributors in some of the Facebook forums and things like that, because that's what the job took. And so talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, well, there's the old saying, the customer's always right. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily subscribe to that 100% because sometimes I've talked with customers who've been wrong. Right. But we start with the philosophy of always assume the customer is right. We have a sign in our office. It's a quote from Steve Jobs, and it says, if a customer's having a problem, it's our problem. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter if it's whether they don't understand something, if they're seeing something wrong, whatever it is, if they have a problem, it's our problem. If we have to educate them, if we have to fix it, whatever we have to do, we have to fix it. And so Chad and I specifically, we always enter our meetings with the standpoint of we're here for the customer. Mm-hmm. So we push back on everything from the standpoint of, is this good for the customer? And if it's not, we're going to fight it to the death to make sure that what we do for the customer is good. Because we know that our customers are everything. That's business, right? It doesn't matter what business you're in. Whoever your customer is, that's what everything matters. And even more so in our industry, in our space, in our company, our distributors are our lifeblood. Without them, we're not here. There is no company without the distributors, and so we keep that in our minds and in our actions every day. That what they need is what we got to chase down and make sure we do.
That's right, and that's healthy. So we subscribe from a management style to a style of hunting with the pack, meaning we're not lone wolves. Kirby and I don't sit here and just bark orders at you guys. We have spirited, good conversations in this company to try to improve the process. So you see things differently through your eyes, and than I may or Kirby may see, or we may see from a finance standpoint or the company. You see towards the compassion towards that customer. So all that's good spirited conversation, which helps us be the best company in our industry.
Yeah, and that's something we take pride in, is finding ways to get inside of the head of the customer so that we can speak properly for it. Chad and I spend a ton of time on the internet looking at where our distributors are. So whether that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whether it's their personal sites, whether they're blogging, whatever it is, we want to be inside the mind of the customer. We want to know what they're thinking. And so we interact with them a lot. On Facebook, I interact with a lot of distributors and talk with them and get an idea of the pain points that they have, so that not only can we solve them, but we can act better in the future for our customers.
Sure. So I want to ask you a question. So you're sitting down and you're a fly on the wall, and there's a group of distributors talking about the marketing of this company, and they're talking about our company, and you're just a fly on the wall. What would you want to overhear them saying about you and your work product and your quality? Yeah,
one, I would hope that we've been able to put together a product that is able to quickly show the value of Wake Up Now. At the end of the day, that's a big part of it, is our marketing material should help people understand why Wake Up Now is great. And on top of that, it should be fun. We talked about that earlier, but I want everything we do to be fun. Like, I want you to be able to be proud that when we make a video, you want to put it on your personal Facebook wall, whether you have friends who are network marketing or not. We want you to be proud to say that I'm associated with that company, I'm associated with that video, or that, that marketing piece, that website, whatever it is. We want people to be proud of it, and we don't want them to do something despite what we have. I don't want somebody to say, like, oh, I love this company, but I don't love that video, so I'm going to go make my own. We want them to use our stuff because it's great. And so that's our goal every day, is to make people proud of what we have.
Right, and I think you guys do a great job of getting distributor feedback and input, which shows in these videos. So, all right, man, let's have some fun now. I want to ask you a fun question. So, we see a lot of funny things that go on in this company from behind the scenes, whether it's outtakes of videos that we shoot in the office, or escape trips where we see distributors off doing fun stuff, or customers. What's the funniest thing, or give me one of the funniest things that you've seen, and let's not name any names because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but just give me a funny outtake or something funny that may have been somebody funny in the office, although you shouldn't say me because you don't want to hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
I can take it. I can take it if it's me.
Saying names here. No, we've had a ton of good trips. We've been able to go and do a lot of stuff. It's fun to see how much we've grown, because we think back to our corporate conference a couple years ago. There was a lot of funny stuff going on, and a lot of distributors who've done some hilarious stuff. But it was very fun. I got to go, I'm going to say his name, and he can be mad, but we got to go to a football game with Daryl YG. We got to go to the Cowboys-Broncos game, and I'm a huge Broncos fan, and it was probably one of the funniest things was watching Daryl YG change who he was cheering for every 2 minutes, depending on who scored the last touchdown. It was just, he'd be cheering for the Broncos, and high-fiving Gerald Wilhite, and then 2 minutes later, he'd be high-fiving all the Cowboy fans around him. He can't make up his mind.
Yeah, it's because he was prospecting them all. That's why, probably.
That's right. Yeah, that was a good trip.
So he got me the night before we watched Arizona State play Notre Dame, and Arizona State's my team. And he was on Notre Dame just because he knew it drove me nuts, right? And then the next day he was doing it to you because you're one of the largest Broncos fans in the country. So
yeah, YG, it was good times. But we've had a lot of good times, and it's fun that I looked at the event schedule yesterday. We're gonna be out there a lot, so it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot more memories to be made here.
Yeah, well, for sure, man. Well, hey, thanks. Appreciate it. I know you're busy, but
thank you.
Thanks for sitting down with us today, guys. Take away from this, Jordan brought up a good point. Get out there, find your team, hunt with the pack, work with your team, because teamwork makes the dream work. Until next week, we'll see you guys. Have a great week.